until you pointed that out. Thank you.
All right. Well, good morning once, good morning twice, good morning enough times to get things right. This is session 91 of the World Breakers campaign. We last left the Ugai navigating the newly 90 feet in the air escalation. After a brief powwow about what exactly their plan was, because that was kind of loose in the air, they went to meet the Underbaron Von Bin Bloodkiff, to have some conversations about the door in his storage room. It did turn out that he was, while busy with many other things, he had been given instructions to never open that door by his predecessor, who got it from their predecessor, and so on. So he was kind of already leaning in the direction you all needed him to be. Though there was quite a long conversation prior to that about how to deal with it. You got the keys to the storage room. You were able to investigate it properly from the main side of the room, making some plans to have some covert eyes on the building going forward, to potentially backdoor in some guards, and to look into procuring a door-sized mimic to put in front of the doors you're trying to avoid people opening. And Relcurus is going to look into how to procure one of those. Upon inspection of the room and the door itself, you respectively learn that not all the crates have the brand of clan Bloodkith on them. Some are unbranded and just seem to be general mining tools. And on the doors, which was almost hidden in all the dust and grime from the years or centuries they've been here, were two inscriptions, one in Draconic and one in Giant. The Draconic on the top read, a mistake made in haste, a fix made in rush. And the inscription in Giant on the bottom, the moons are his, but this ground is ours. The group does not know what this means, though they are able to read them thanks to the various languages everyone in the group speaks. But you all started to make your way back to your guild hall. Relcurus needs to step away to deal with the many other things happening in the world, but was going to research some things, see about that mimic, and would check back in with you guys in 2 days at the Home Between Worlds. Which you all are making your way back to now, I believe. Any questions, comments, concerns, or reminders before we get started?
Did the Underbaron say he was looking to see if the doors have any ties to the City Rising, or if the because he said he was looking through his paperwork for something about the
Underbaron mentioned that he was going to try to go back through those old papers that warned about never opening the door to see if they had anything else to do. See if there's any mention of the City Rising or anything else in that. Essentially checking his old instructions to see if anywhere in the old instructions there was something about the City Rising. So you guys do kind of have a heads up that, like Relcurus said, this knowledge may exist somewhere. And eventually, someone may find it. Which does remind me, Castro did have a private conversation with the Underbaron to inform him that the succession fight in Craghammer was not fair, that he was more or less cheated out of the crowd. And that though with his help, you were able to narrow it down to which clan was most likely responsible for that. He did mention that he has a son who is still in Craghammer, who, unlike him, has refused to let the succession go, and spends his time excavating out their old district. A Vista Bloodkith, who is frequently a champion of the disc. So he did say if you make your way back to Craghammer to inform him of this information.
And what clan was that?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Strong? No.
Give me 1 second to pull it back up.
Also, Rokirus is a baby. But there we go.
Rokirus is not a baby, he is young.
I was saying that, yeah. Baby. He's a baby.
Rokirus is not ancient, he is of modern age.
He's got a cute round cherub face.
Oh, here we go. It was the Stronghearts.
Okay. That's what I thought.
But without any issue, you guys are allowed back up to the upper city.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know if it's worth mentioning, but there's like a vibe of like us versus them, like the Undercity, like it's like a civil war type thing.
with the confusion about how and why the city has risen, there's a lot of tension between the Undercity and the Upper City, as you know, things are usually lifted from the bottom. So there's currently most of the Upper City is not being allowed down to the Undercity. Most of the Undercity is not going up to the Upper City, and there's a brewing static of civil war-y situations here. Tensions are extremely high, to say the least. And the Upper City is kind of gearing up. With the base assumption at the moment is that this is a continuation of the attack on Craghammer somehow, some way. So at the moment, everyone's preparing for an outside enemy having done this. But 1B is that it was the Undercity. So there's still cool heads that aren't immediately saying, you know, it's them, but without any other influence, it's looking like it may have came from below them. But as we jump back in, you all climb the ladders back up and begin making your way back to your guild to get back to the home between worlds. There is once again still a buzz in the air. Everyone's on high alert. There's a lot of batting down the hatches, getting weapons, putting on armor. You know, just everyone going through all the processes of making sure whomever has decided to fuck with escalation will not get away with it. To prove, which they've had to prove in the past, that wall cities are not to be messed with. But without issue, you all make it back to your guild. It is still being used as triage for the now Tens gang. As you all enter, Risto still seems to have operational control. He gives you guys all a stern nod as he seems to be in conversation with someone else of slight authority. Seems to be trying to organize. They've cleared out more of a walking path for you all and made sure like your chairs are clear and that you can get to the important things. So they kind of moved themselves a bit to as not take up the entirety of the first floor. Is there anything you all like to do before heading back to the home between worlds?
the tension between the two. I
Mhm.
feel like it could like turn violent, or just like it's gonna be like like more of a stubbing nose that.
Not immediately violent. It feels like the upper city is 100% prepared for the undercity to start flooding out the sides and attack them. You know, it feels like they've been stranded in the air, and they just know that this must be part one of an attack. And right now, everyone seemed familiar here. Didn't seem like there's any enemies here. So if no one up top is the enemy, then maybe someone down bottom is. So it's just a static tension that violence will not break out sporadically. There'll need to be a cause for it.
Is,
So go ahead.
is there any fear of like famine due to their newfound height, like in either city?
Well, no. Magic still exists. They're still all very rich. A lot of rich people here. They are used to conflict. They can hold out for siege for a very long time. So there are food stores here. There are teleportation circles, or all those of that kind of magic, and there's the trains, the wall trains that can navigate the Craghammer if need be. Although Craghammer is not in the best shape, but there's the other wall city you can travel to. But at the moment, there is no fear of famine or drought or anything like that. They have the resources that if they needed to stay in the air for 2 to 3 months, they could do that without much issue.
Okay.
It's just more concern. Most likely, if Craghammer had just been attacked successfully, they wouldn't be as stressed out about being jutted into the air.
Gotcha.
It'd be unique, but being that a major nation just got flooded out, high alert.
Right. Okay.
And I guess I should point out too, one of the main concerns is that the city will be dropped back down at a moment's notice.
You said that's one of their major concerns, right?
Correct.
Question. They said there's no newspapers, right? So they don't have any news, like world news. Like nobody would know. Like
there's word of mouthy things. Like Craghammer's attack was a few days ago, so it's not the Elestrian earmark is no longer delivering to escalation. So that is not an option as far as that's concerned.
I'm just wondering. Oh, it's like the king under the mountain versus the king of the mountain, or whatever. Like those two kings. If the flooding escalated that at all, I was curious.
Roll investigation for me as you walk through town.
One second. Somehow I never have the app open. 15.
15. As you're walking and just kind of listening to the general gossip and everything like that, it doesn't seem like there's been any provocation from the king outside the mountain. It's more so people are kind of spreading, this would have never happened if someone else were in charge. There are conversations about the incompetence of King Eversharp, more so than the king outside the mountain, whoever that may be, trying to take advantage of the moment. Yet, it's still fresh. So we'll, right now it's more making sure everyone's safe, relief efforts, stuff like that at the moment. As far as outside the mountain, providing support for inside.
Okay.
Okay. You all go up to Slyrak's room.
Before we do, actually,
Yes.
Slyrak is going to, in this moment of chaos, would one of you come with me? I think now would be a perfect time to go find out what this account is all about.
Sure.
I'm gonna hang back and we're gonna make our way to see what this count from what's the country?
House.
False? Yeah.
Yeah, Faust is about. On the way, I had been avoiding this, hoping that if it were a big deal that I came in, that would die down. Now, since everything is chaotic, even if it is a big deal, it won't be. Be more pressing matters.
Good strategy.
So you all, as the rest of the group heads into your guild hall, you go literally across the street to the Faustian Guild Hall. There's still a lot running around to do. All these soldiers that were stationed there for defense, as everyone was very upset about the whole memory wipe thing. They are now being used actively in relief efforts. So a lot of running around, not a lot of stationary people at the guild.
Perfect.
And to that matter, pretty much the guild is
Counter.
being used as HQ for a lot of the relief stuff right now.
Okay.
I'll roll now for perception, but I just want to keep an eye on how he's being received and stuff like that.
Okay.
During this exchange. Ooh, 23.
Okay, I will keep you updated. So you head in to the little main courtyard. It's pretty busy. A lot of people kind of just going past you. They look at you, but don't seem to really care. A lot of people are coming in and out that aren't elves and don't seem to be part of the guild at the moment.
You're not streaming, by the way. To us.
Oh, sorry.
I heard you
taking
clicking.
time.
I'm like, wait.
I was changing maps, moving people around.
I'm like, wait.
Getting the stage all set.
Nice.
Hate it. Yeah, they're your neighbors.
Neighbor?
Right.
So you have to get someone's attention. Right now, they're not. You're just someone that walked in the courtyard.
Is there anyone who looks, I guess, more important than the rest, or like
Yeah,
Right.
there's a very finely
field
dressed.
colors? I know they're like
There's a finely dressed female elf who just seems to be giving commands, and everyone keeps reporting to her. Right now, she has a book in her face that she's reading through really quickly.
I will approach this. Excuse me. I know things are quite busy. There's someone I could talk to about an account. Not really a relief effort.
She will glance up from what she was reading and there's a look of recognition in her eyes. Ah, Mr. Nunn. Not the best time, but yes, we can discuss.
I was like, did you call me?
Mr. Nunn. And she'll flip
Mr.
the page, look down. None. Nunn.
Well, okay.
Please. And she'll kind of guide you onto a other part of the courtyard and kind of shoo everyone else away. Catcher, are you staying close or just hanging out in the courtyard?
No, I'm gonna stay close. Just keeping my eyes open as we go.
Okay. As you guys walk over and she kind of posts up and turns around and sees that both of you walked over, she kind of quirks an eyebrow. Okay, two of you. I will be addressing only Mr. Nunn. I don't want you to think I'm being rude. Random person following him.
I'm hardly random.
I forgot to introduce. She is a guild member. Name is I. Name is Kethra. I trust her implicitly. Speak freely.
That's perfectly fine. Okay, Mr. Nunn, Madam Nunn.
I'm sorry. What is this nun? Nun name?
You have no last names. So Nunn and Nunn.
Ah, sure.
Interesting.
Do you
Go
have
ahead.
a last name?
We can continue. I just wanted to be
I
clear.
think we needed one, but yes,
Most,
let's continue.
you all seem very young. Most old bloodlines do have them. But it's best to,
Even
without...
like a family name. Yeah. No,
Yes.
I don't have one of those.
I do, but it's not my account, so it's not. I don't
It
think
is.
it's necessary here.
You can put my family name down as Ugai.
Oh,
I
that's
see in
very
our head.
sweet.
Oh.
I will not be doing that, but that is very touching. As we are aware that your clan name is Ugai, and that could not, of course, also be your familiar name. Not very important at the moment. Your account. Yes, you have drawn the eye of the Queen of Faust. As such, she will be keeping a tally of your accolades to see how worthy you are of said attention, help, or whether you need to be thumbed down. Generally speaking, being thumbs down is referred to as grievous harm, injury, be it psychological or physical. Generally not death, depending on how you respond to being thumbed down, that could change. But again, that is usually a last effort, depending on how you react to the testing. As you have chosen to open your account via this conversation, you are now engaged in such testing and will be, of course, visited by 3 ghosts. I'm joking, that's a joke we tell. Old story in Faust. Now, thank you for the patronizing laughter. We are invested in you and your future and hope to see you do many great things while keeping in mind that Faust is a potential ally of yours. If we can help you in your endeavors and it does not directly conflict with anything we are trying to do, we will do so. If your actions happen to conflict with one of our allies, we will probably still help you. Now,
I say in our minds, make sure you ask if this is a passive test or an active one. Will they be just watching, or will they
Right.
be actively testing you?
she does pause for a moment to say, questions.
Let me see if I wrap my head around this. I'm now receiving a personal life report card from Faust. Depending on the quality of that report card, I may request assistance to be thumbed down.
I see. Now, let me be clear. The assistance does not mean you get thumbs down. Should you prove to be... So,
Okay.
since you are marked as a person of interest, that either means you will be a great ally or asset to Faust, or a great hindrance or enemy of Faust. Should you prove to be a hindrance or an enemy, you will be thumbed down. Up until that point, you may ask our assistance for your activities. That was your first section for questions. We will continue on. There will be a second section for questions. Now, we will be, of course, opening in Ugai Guildhall in Faust, though it will be in the Sunrise Kingdom. If you're not familiar, that is the lesser of the 3. we have gotten your guild words from a young man who represents you, and we are aware of what kind of moralities that you all follow. I think the tree thing will play very well in Faust, but we shall see. Did you have anyone you wanted to appoint head of the Faustian Guild?
I say in our
Get
head.
back to you on
Oh, go ahead.
that. Take some time to think.
What is the tree thing?
An awful lot of information you are unloading on me. Take some time to process. This test that you have mentioned. Has it started already? Is it long? Going to
Well, that
be?
is a very good question. Yes, the test has started. The test started a little while ago. It is the remainder of your life.
Mhm.
Or at whatever point you have earned the right to be viewed as an ally or adversary of Faust, at which point no longer testing, just results in actions.
Interesting enough. Seems as if I'm already in. I have no choice. And if I'm being frank, the level of information you have suggests that you were already started this test long before I walked in the door.
I
But
do believe I just mentioned that, yes.
information is always nice, so I'm not mad.
Do you need any assistance from Faust today?
Don't suppose that I do. I will get back to you with a name for the head of the Faustian Guild Hall. I imagine part of this conversation, you recognize me as the head of this one?
No. By head, I don't mean a front man who's answering the letters, who is sitting in the guild, turning away people, accepting people.
Let me roll the dice.
Okay.
I am quite frankly simply asking who is your topher of the Faustian Guild.
Yes. I will get back to you on that.
I say to in our minds, ask if there'll be any warnings if we're doing if you're doing anything
This,
adversarial.
this thumbs down process.
Thumbing down.
You
Thumbing down.
Yes. Could you elaborate a bit more? Will there be warnings? Will there be signs that I'm encroaching?
Well, I did believe I mentioned you'd be visited by 3 individuals.
Oh, you
The-
said you were just joking. You were just joking about the ghost part.
About them being ghosts, correct.
Ah. So, like, the one comes and is like, tisk tisk, and then if I keep doing it, then another one comes and is like, hey, bitch, don't do that. And then if I still do it, then there's repercussions.
No, unfortunately. It is more that amongst the 3, whoever is available comes, and they have very different personalities and handle things different ways.
Oh, goody.
But you do not need to be overly concerned with that. So far, your account is very much in the green, thanks to your ensuring of important people's safety recently.
Okay. Well, and now ask in my head, any other questions?
When will this guild be established, and like where?
You were
in
told
business.
it's
You
going
said
to
the
be
Guild. Yeah, the sun up, the sunrise.
Sunrise, but like,
Sunrise.
Right.
that's a whole kingdom.
This whole-
Oh.
Where we get the address?
Guild Hall. You'll need some time to complete it, or is it already existing?
In Faust?
Yes.
It exists. We do have buildings in Faust. We'll be given
I
one.
know you had one for us. So we could theoretically move in it as soon as possible, or put people in it.
Should you wish, yes. As soon as you let us know who you'd like to lead it, we can send them there. Or if you have your own means, you can go.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, you have been most helpful, and I do appreciate that. There's a lot to think about.
It
Dear
is.
Queen Eldegarde, our thanks.
She needs neither, but I will inform her I have spoken to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she would believe you if I didn't encroach on some rule.
For whatever reason, she does seem to want to invest in very rude people. So, stay you. Stay not thumbed down. You live so very close. I'd hate for anything to happen to your building.
You know, you're making it weird. Have a good day.
She nods and kind of signals for people waiting for her to start running up and start delivering more reports to her.
Did you take her for coffee or something? What was that last bit? Does she know you?
He knows that I know nothing of formalities. This is kind of what provoked our entire encounter.
How do you feel about this life judgment?
In our heads,
I'm saying
to
so.
everyone, I'll say, this is a worldwide level chess match. This is paranoia at a level I couldn't imagine. So, it's good to know, I guess I, by extension, we are under the magnifying glass of the Queen of Vows. Yippee.
Yeah, it's so fun. Which means we need to be extremely covert in our gallivanting. We can't be seen at every city that rises.
Especially anywhere near hers.
And just so happens the next one is near her, so
Is right fucking there.
Yay for that.
You will be seen in every city that rises. It's just impossible not to be.
I think
It's like we would have to have a back door into the room where it happens in the
How
city
soon can
for us
someone
to
get-
not see us.
Well, what I'm saying, maybe if
Soon
we can
we get seeming.
see me spell.
Yes.
Oh,
We could change all of our appearances.
right. Well, I think we maybe we go to. Gosh, we'll have to talk to Rokiris, figure this out.
Right.
Because we'll have to open the doors and then back door into it, but like somehow time it where it's not like immediately as we're seeing every time.
Right?
Yeah, not in order.
Or we just find another ass backwards way into this room. Maybe we can come from underground or somewhere else unseen.
Is there a spell that can change us into light beams and we can just travel across those magical like little bands?
Okay, One
Are you
Piece.
talking about the ley lines?
There's spells that can turn us into gas.
Oh, you know, I wonder what would happen if we went into the void as gas, like the void in the room where it happens. They can try to travel
We're
across.
just
the
never heard from again.
Cease to exist.
That's why I just sit there and my mouth drops open like, you guys really did that. I don't. I can't fix this for you.
I was really suggesting we try it. That's funny.
No, go for it.
Or
Like,
one of us try it, but no,
Oh
maybe
my
not.
god.
Maybe not.
maybe throw a rock in it first or something. But anyways, you all.
I love crime.
So Bet was supposed to
He was
try
telling me.
it. Perfect.
He was telling me the other night.
Okay, so we'll go
So
back
that-
and we'll rejoin the group and tell them all about how Faust is spying on us now and forever.
You. Spying on you.
Yeah, me specifically, by extension, us. So, well, at the end of the conversation, I guess that means if we do anything morally questionable, I need to come back home while you do it.
Roll an insight check for me, Slavak.
Okay.
And for you, Catcher, for your earlier one you did, they regarded him as business as usual. It does not seem like he's the first person to have an account opened. It won't be the last.
13.
13.
Okay.
Um,
Hold on, before you say it, can I just say to his comment,
Mhm.
seeing that they knew the name of Topher, I would assume they have eyes on associates as well. But all right, go ahead.
you don't get the impression that they are a morally upstanding outfit. So, morally questionable things would probably be judged more against how it affects Faust versus good
Gotcha.
or bad in general scope. Their concerns seem to be if you will be ally or adversary to Faust, not to general public. Or Faust and Faustian interests, I should say.
I'll also pose the group. I'd like to find a way that we can word a question to this Faustian representative, if possible, to try and find out if they're aware of what we did in the throne room, or the ballroom.
Wait, can you repeat that?
I want to try and covertly ask if they know about what happened in the ballroom.
In our involvement.
They do.
I don't know that they do.
Who?
Faust.
I mean, what,
Right.
you saying like as far as what Assad
I
did?
don't know if there is a way that we
They
can
were in
ask them
agreement.
without telling them that we know what happened in there.
They know that we were in there fighting,
Yeah.
so they
know
know that we are aware of what transpired in there. But it's like, are they fully aware? I think we should just straight up ask, kind of
Of everything that happened.
like that. Everybody except Assad and Samson were under a trance,
Oh, okay.
and that some people that we had left alive were not at the end of it.
Oh, y'all on the snitch like that?
I mean, whether we want to tell that part, I don't know, but
Right.
curious if they know.
Just hang on to it for now, but yeah, it's definitely
Dun, 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 dun.
leverage we can use if we need to.
May I ask why you want to know if they know? Or just curiosity?
Well, if they're keeping a report card on me, that would look as a very big check in my favor.
Katra and Slavak, roll insight for me.
Okay,
Called Kakarot.
it's not.
Oh, so close. That is a nat 1.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
no.
dun, dun. Wow.
Mine is a 18.
18.
Thank God.
She specifically said that Slavak's account is currently in the positive because he very recently kept a very important person safe.
Right,
I missed that whole sentence. Okay.
but we know that Her wife was in there though.
Her wife was in there, yes.
Right, yeah.
But that doesn't mean she knows what transpired while her wife was under the trance.
True.
Your account is currently in the positive because of your actions.
Because we kept her. Yeah, because we kept her like one. Michelle wants to know if she knew that Assad killed them.
I see what she's trying to get at.
And put the wife under a trance too.
All the like trickery shit that happened.
You can ask more direct questions about that incident, but in her way saying publicly in a public open space, Solora and Faust are aware that the tree is alive because of your actions a few days ago.
I mean, I'm good with that. That's really what I feel like. The more she knows, like depending on what happened, that could end up just kind of making her angry, not necessarily at us, but like at the situation. So if she doesn't know all the details, maybe better.
Okay. You all make your way back to your home between worlds. Relcurus will be gone for 2 days before he returns.
Okay.
What would you all like to do?
Should we ask Bob about the same?
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean,
just to see if you know.
Yes, I don't know if of anything else more pressing.
Right.
Okay.
What are y'all asking? I missed it.
What do you want to do?
Inscription on the door.
Okay.
Bob.
that reminds me. I do want to make some notes about Bob. Some clarifications. Bob is not the DM speaking to you. I am not speaking as DM through Bob with perfect knowledge and complete fact. Bob knows what Bob knows. Bob is a very, very intelligent spirit who only knows what he's seen. He can put things together, but if Bob tells you the stove isn't hot, it's because Bob's never touched the stove before. It has never heard of stoves ever being hot. It does not mean the stove's not hot. I don't want you guys to start equating Bob's word with law.
Bob's word is physical law.
It's good to know because
Bob knows what Bob knows.
Speaks things into existence.
I was about to refer to him as an encyclopedia, so actually that's a great clarification.
I know you were. So I just want to clarify. I want to clarify that asking Bob is not solving your mystery. It is it is checking with a resource that has information.
That's what it's going to go to sleep.
I knew
that. Because and you know, not that I like to nerf your toys, but Bob is not infinite knowledge. When the library is complete, pulling down library lore is almost close to you can get anything you need, but it has time spans on it.
At this rate, I'm saying bring some bodies from Kirkhammer so we can wrap this library up. Get more skeletons, wrap it up.
I mean, there's quite a lot of dead people, and it was only like yesterday.
Well, and you cannot expedite this beyond the point that it negates slowly getting things built. Like you can't get this done. You can't get it done in a week.
Skeletons here. What do you mean?
For you fucking sneaking bodies through doors and shit. What's wrong with y'all?
All right.
You guys are gonna be grave robbers very soon, and that's
You're a dead person yourself. I don't want to hear it.
They're like, that's funny.
So the it was 35 days to build a library. That was knocked down from 45 because of these skeletons not needing much rest. So 35 days. It's currently only been has not been long
like
at all
2.5.
since we started. No, it's almost been a week. It's almost been a week. It's been 8 days.
Good.
So I mean, you can speed up the process, but the most you can do is half it. You cannot drop it down to 0 days or 5 days, something like that.
Gotcha.
Okay. And as a reminder, the 9th is Bastion Day. It will depend if they're alive or not. Because again, sleeping is a factor here. It's not so much how fast someone can work. And it's also acquiring materials, getting the books and stuff like that, and the things they'd be in here. Blah, 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 restraints, blah, blah, blah. So are you going to talk to Bob?
No.
I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
But what were you about
Daddy.
to say about Bastion Day?
The 9th day of every week is the Bastion Day, where we roll dice to see what happens in your fun new home here.
Oh,
We haven't
Nice.
done that yet because we
Like,
haven't
we
gotten
have,
a full week yet.
An encounter in our
Okay, Daddy.
home space. That'd be fucking cool.
There are there are a lot
As
of
long as
things
our
that can
house is not
happen
destroyed.
in your home space.
Yay, Daddy.
are we still on the 7th or are we on the 8th?
Today is the 7th still. You have not gone to sleep since you've woken up.
Thanks, Daddy.
If you don't.
But yeah, so you guys make your way up to Bob's, to the library that's still in construction. Bob looks as you guys come up. Oh, welcome back. You were gone for hours?
And now we have a riddle for you, Bob.
I love riddles. Have you heard about the one where someone always lies and someone always tells the truth?
Yes, it almost kept me out of a dungeon level.
Ah. They're very tricky. I've thought of a way for it to be even trickier. I want to try it on someone. Not today, but soon. Soon.
Yes. Now, tell Bob what we are here for.
I'm
man.
all ears.
Okay. Guess I'll
Yeah,
go.
nope. There you go. I have the page open.
Yeah. So the door to the did we tell him about the room where Headless?
I think so.
I think so.
All right, I'll assume we
You
did.
helped us
say
scout
you
locations for it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yes. The door to the room where it happens on the outside. On the top, in Draconic, it said, "A mistake made in haste, a fix made in rush." And on the bottom in Giant, it said, "The moons are his, but this ground is ours." Have you any idea what it's talking about?
And the top was in Draconic, right? You said that?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Like, who might own the moons?
Bob kind of laughs and says, "Well, no one owns the moon. Like, no one owns Alestia."
This is
From
what I said.
a
Claim
perception
own the moon.
space, like that's their domain,
No.
or they have control over the power of it, or something.
Nonsense.
And you roll.
Or they live there.
This is all nonsense.
Bob will say, well, no, the guy up there doesn't own it.
Guy?
Excuse me, there's a person on the moon.
Hey.
What are you talking about?
Drum roll, please.
That depends who you believe. I've never seen the guy.
But there's people believe there's someone up on the moon. What is he up there doing?
A lot of talk. All he does is yep.
Have you heard him talk?
No,
he's
Harry wasn't very interested.
Is he currently talking?
I-
Or was this past thing?
I can't hear him. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. My last boss was really about that.
How do we find out if he is talking?
My last boss had a spell to hear when he talked, but you kind of
Right.
needed to see the guy first. It was very complicated.
Sounds
What
like
is
a
the
strange.
correlation between this guy and the dragons and the giants.
You roll for Bavia.
Roll what?
Rolling for Bob knowledge. He says, No, I mean he's modern-ish. Giants and Dragons, of course, are not. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to see if I can find a thing real quick. But Bob says, so we have a door with Giants and Dragons written on it. Dragons row at the top, Giants row at the bottom. They suggest someone owns the moon and someone owns the land.
That's just what the Giants suggest. The Dragons suggest that there was a mistake made in haste and a fix made in rush. That's just kind of what I am more interested in.
Right, what was the mistake?
Or the fix. Or
I
both.
assume the fix is the weapon.
Well, it's hard to tell. So, dragons made lots of mistakes. You get these near immortal creatures, and they think the rules don't apply to them, and they do a lot of dumb things. So, it's kind of hard to say what the exact mistake they're talking about would be.
Were there any world level mistakes that they made in tandem with Giants?
Any what level mistakes?
World level.
Well,
or like extinction
if
level
we
of
read
mistakes.
these two things as part of one whole, and the Dragons and the Giants are not against each other in this, maybe this weapon is to kill something. If it
The
decides to
mistake
come
was
back
the
to Earth.
relationship with the man on the moon.
Together.
Yes.
The weapon was to keep him at bay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But
So,
go ahead.
not necessarily the man on the moon, but maybe the man on the moon. Maybe that's just it. Maybe he cannot come back to the Earth. And if he comes back, this weapon is to stop him, to put him down, to thumb down him, as some say.
Midas, roll insight. As your passive insight, you notice Bob is following along to what you're saying and reacting very subtly to it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to roll my plus thing too. All right, 24, and I'll roll my knowledge of past stuff, like I said I was going to. 30 altogether.
30. Bob knows you're wrong about what you're saying, but he's not speaking up.
Well, this does not make sense, it seems to you. I am wrong.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting, as a skull, I still have micro expressions.
No, this is fine. I would like to get the right answer. It's not embarrassing.
No, it's just, if I were to peg a mistake that would be big enough to write on a magical door, I would probably think it's probably the War of the Third Moon is probably what they're talking about.
What?
The War of the Third Moon. I have never heard of this.
Neither have I.
Oh, that would be
They
before
challenged.
the. No, I again, Man on Moon is recent history. War of Third Moon is, well, I guess part of that erased history.
Oh shit.
Would you care to elaborate?
Technically, you gotta ask Harry if I can tell you that. That was history that predates Harry and predates my previous owner and predates that owner too. It's a few owners back. So, gotta double check with him that I can check in on that. But, it essentially, I could give you the skim. I can skim it for you. Giants,
Sure.
Dragons had a war. War ended when they made a mistake concerning the third month. War named War of the Third
What? Can you say it again? The Giants and Dragons had a war. the war ended when they made a mistake concerning the third moon, which ended the war, and that's why it's called the War of the Third Moon.
You got it in one.
Both
What was saying?
the giants and the dragons made a mistake regarding the moon. Just one side.
That depends who you believe.
What
I'd
do
say
each
both.
side say?
What do you believe?
Well, they're dead, so they don't say anything. Ask Harry if I can dive into those memories. My intuition says they both made a mistake, but I do not know if that's true or not because it's kind of locked up. It wasn't exactly
Enough.
working for a good person at that time.
If this information becomes more pertinent, we'll bring Harry with us.
The War of the Third Moon.
And I'm assuming the history of this war is no modern books, given it
No,
erased history.
it would be well, interesting. I know that's what I said, but technically speaking, it's not a part of the erased history. It's part of pre-history. It's a different era. How do I explain this to you, people?
Does it bookend the erased history at the beginning
No.
or end?
Predates. So
Then, like, humanity starts over.
So there's this thing called an era. So when you have a long period of time that's influenced a certain way, that's an era. When it ends, you give that era a name, and then you have a new one. So right now, we're in the era that will be called the Reign of Mortals. Prior to
When does
that,
this era end?
when does the era do what?
Why are you saying it would be called the Reign of Mortals? Are
That's
you
what it's
saying you
called.
know when the era ends?
No, you have to name it something. I'm sorry, I didn't imply you only named it at the end of it. You have to name the current thing something, or else people get confused. Right now, all you mortals are in charge, so it's the Reign of Mortals.
Mm-hmm.
Before that would be the Discontinuance, which everyone knows about, right? And
Do we know about that?
no.
We do, right? No. No. I don't remember what we know and don't know. Wait, didn't I know some? I don't know. Okay.
What did
You-
you discontinue?
Okay. Really quick, everyone will history check. I'll see what you do or don't know about this.
I think I know part of it because it ties to my life journey, right?
Yes.
Wait,
So
no. Yes,
well,
right?
you are searching for artifacts of your
12
druid.
is correct.
Okay. You are looking for ancient history of your tribe.
Hey, natural 20.
Peoples. Not 20.
Oh, okay. What's that?
So there is an extremely popular play in circulation. It has been in circulation for a few decades now.
Oh,
Called The
shit.
Discontinuance.
The
This
what? Oh,
a play called
Play?
The Discontinuance. Yes, by a very, very famous playwright, Lucian.
Wow.
That talks about the discontinuance. And in this play, it describes it as a 1,000-year war between the mortals and the pre-mortals, or the immortals. Essentially, giants and dragons versus the rest of the mortal races. It highlights the heroes of that war, the heroes of old, and their conflict and struggles during that. But in the third act, it highlights the victors of that war, the heroes of old, taking drastic steps to erase the 1,000 years of war from mortal history. Going so far as to wipe out Druid colleges outright, destroy written and oral history, modify the memories of the older living people who are still alive, and do their best to uproot any knowledge of that era and anything before it.
Yo, what really happened during that fucking war?
That is the discontinuous. It's 1,000 years of war that has been removed from
You don't remember?
history.
You say you don't remember?
But
I'll tell you later.
Bob continues to say, and of course, before the discontinuance was the reign of Immortals, which would be the Giants and Dragons. That is the era that would have the War of the Third Moon.
This room's been here a very long time.
So Bob says, and just if that's really all I can really hold down safely at the moment.
Huh.
Bob?
That's me.
So you.
Well, that's why we have him. Any starting points on where we should look for the next room where it happens?
No.
We're heading to, what was the
Quell.
this red?
Quell.
Motherfucker just said nope.
Quell.
Straight up.
Oh, he said no? He answered?
He
said nope.
He was. I was about. Yeah, he said. I'm saying no.
Oh, I didn't
but
hear.
he will now further. He will further say, I don't think Harry's ever taken me to Quell. If you give me a map and some stuff, I can maybe look at it.
Actually, if we show you this map, and I just want to pull out the map with the line,
Mhm.
does it mean anything to you? Like the lines or anything like that, without giving you any like what can you tell us about this map?
He'll look at it really quick and say, that's a pretty accurate map of Alessia. Looks like all your little circles there are on ley lines. And that one you got going off to the north east,
Mm-hmm.
that's nothing magically important that I know of.
Okay,
That's good.
I just roll it back up.
Because it's a walled city, does that mean we can get there on the train?
Yeah, I think he said last session the train goes there.
Okay.
Yes, because Escalation has 2 trains. One goes to Craghammer, one goes to Quell.
Right.
Catcher, please roll a history check to see what you know about Quell. I'm not sure who else would have potentially have been there before besides her.
Advantage or just straight?
Not.
Straight. Vino roll for me. I don't think Jerry would have been there.
Well, what? I'm sorry.
Can I roll as well to see if I got information from travelers?
Yeah, so Fino and Philly can roll.
Yeah.
And I guess, well, let's have everyone roll. I don't want to leave 2 people out. That feels a little silly.
17 altogether.
Okay.
3.
13.
14, yeah.
It's what kind of
Dice
check?
are
History?
not
History.
being kind to me tonight.
Switch
Turn
to
your
side.
dice off and on.
Turn your dice off.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and put that one off. Put that one off to the side. Just to this smoky one.
17.
Okay. And where'd you get Catcher?
Just a 14.
Okay. None of you really know too much about this place. It sits in between Gilavesto and Faust, 2 almost constantly warring nations. And it survives and thrives, and it is untouched and almost entirely unfuckwithable. Their general principle is if either of those nations mess with them, they will attack that nation. And so essentially, if Faust messes with Quell, they will attack Faust, and then Gilvesta will use that momentum to also attack Faust, and vice versa. They sit in the middle, and if they choose to attack anyone, the other nation will join in.
Gotcha.
They have, on occasion, had to straight up put down houses in Gilvesto because some young upstart houses think they can rise through the ranks by taking Quell. It happens extremely often, and extremely often they march into Gilvesto and exterminate a house.
Unchecked, I guess.
Well, that house is allowed to fight back, of course, but unless they have allies, no one's going to war for a house overstepping.
The whole country just stands there and watches it happen.
Well, in Gilvesto, catching an L means your house wasn't good enough to begin with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how they work over there.
Kind of like the underdog.
So, 100% like the underdog. Gilvesto is my elven variation of that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Love the underdog.
Underdog's so dope.
One of my favorite races.
So you all know that is the way Quell is positioned, but you don't know much about the place itself.
We know how we're getting there, I guess. What else do we need to do first?
Last note, you do know that they love the position of power they have.
Does anybody have anything they need to do before we are looking for this room, I guess?
No. You shall shine, Bob's head.
You do have 2 days before Okurus was going to come back here. But you, of course, don't have to
We
wait
have a
for
spare
him.
key,
You have...
right?
Yeah, you do.
And how long is the trip to Aquel?
Oh, you've asked me a question I have not considered. Hold on.
Did you get inspiration for that?
Yeah,
It was
sure.
what? The
Alright.
half to Craghammer?
That's another check.
I'll take
You got inspiration for asking a question you didn't know the answer to, Manny. No, serious.
it. It is awesome. I'm going to try to remember that. I'm going to use that on Wednesdays. A little perk.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a perk 5.
It is very much relative to the distance to Craghammer. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Nope, that's not a note. Too many notes. Clap, clap. It is a multi-day journey. We'll start with that.
Yay!
Okay, so Craghammer was 2.5 days away.
Oh, 2 and a
Road trip.
Let me look at the map. At the map.
There's cabins and stuff on the train, right? Because it's going to be days.
Oh, this is
Oh.
significantly further away.
Oh no.
Use our key on our door
Oh, on the
in the
train?
train and then go
Oh,
back and talk to Valkyrus in 2 days.
That's fascinating.
I love
And
that.
just be like, look, man, we can't take long. We got to be back soon. The train's
Yeah.
Walking between the fucking cars.
No, if we have a cabin, we can put it.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
okay,
that's
okay.
awesome.
It's multi-day, so we'll have to have someplace to sleep.
That's amazing.
Love these keys.
Amazing.
Keys open doors.
It's
What-
an
what?
11-day journey to.
What?
Oh, yeah, we're going to
Shopping
You can
montage.
get so much done on this train trip with this
Oh
key.
my god. We're gonna have a whole adventure in between.
Montage.
Yeah, I will point out, you do not have to spend every single day in reality. You can just get there.
Would that be us?
No, it wouldn't.
Right?
I made the mistake of putting them on a ship one time, Manny, and my goodness, they use every single day.
11 days on the
Yeah.
train. This train trip is about to take 6 months.
Happy New Year! Still on track.
Can we set some boundaries as a group?
I'm okay just skipping forward, to be honest. We don't have to do this.
Yeah, my boundary is let that shit go.
We can fight against it, our tendencies this time.
No, you're not.
No, we have to go through every day.
No, I'm saying y'all not gonna fight against your
I'm
tendencies.
saying, but let's just do it right now. Let's just get on the train. All right, we're there. Next session, we're there. Wait, but isn't Rokir supposed to come back?
Well, again, you do have the like you mentioned, you have the keys. So if you were
Okay.
willing to pay for a cabin, you could have
Yeah.
access to the room where it happens. Oh, oof. Home Between Worlds.
All right. Should we just do that as the one thing and then get to the city? Come on, y'all. I believe in us a
Yeah.
little bit. Not really, but a
Just
little
do
bit.
that one way.
Just talk to Rokir. No side missions. Even though I know what he's gonna say, he's gonna tempt us to do a side mission. Just get to the city.
Oh,
I think we
Oh,
tipped
yeah.
ourselves.
I'm gonna talk to Walkers, and then I'm gonna do my Yoshimitsu. Just sit there, my knife.
Like,
sword.
I'll tell you when we get there.
And do-
Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
if we are okay with using a key, I would like to start every day going back and casting teleportation circle in our home world.
For how long?
A
And do
year.
it every day for a year.
Good grief.
Oh,
Sure,
that reminds
Charlie.
me. So we're gonna have for your two
Well, because-
locations, Manny. One will be where you
yeah.
were kept captive.
Nice.
And I think I like the idea of the other one being the future knowledge of the one at the World Between Worlds, but it'd be so fucking
Okay.
hard to get there. The dice roll on that would be chaotic because it doesn't exist yet. So it could either be that and
Gotcha.
hyper chaotic dice roll to get there, or it could be somewhere else.
Interesting.
The other place I
Yeah.
think would be maybe where Jerry's from. Kid would have a teleportation
Okay.
circle at this point. So it could either be
It's
Home Between
interesting.
Worlds or Kid's Town, or Jerry's Town.
I was like, kid.
Yeah, as interesting as the Home Between Worlds would be, I think I don't want to have one be really risky and the other one be really dangerous.
Ah,
At
you
least
want
this way
one
we'll have one.
functional.
Yeah, one. Can't really go to my captor's place like in a pinch if we're already fucked up.
True. Okay.
But good to know that I can get there and we don't have to ask. The peak. Don't
To
like
get
that
where-
guy.
Oh, to get up Cloud City.
Yeah. Otherwise, we were gonna have to go through him.
Wait, the peak is, the Claw City's in Riveria?
Mm-mm. But the peak
Yeah.
has,
And only the
Been
peak
there.
knows how to. Well,
as far as general knowledge of how to get there, the only person Slyrak knows how to get there is the peak in Riveria.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you all, I guess, pack bags and get ready to go.
Yeah. How much is the cabin on the train?
Expensive. I mean,
75 gold. All right.
So then, yeah, I'm gonna keep going with the teleportation circle then too. So
Mm-hmm.
usually it'll be fine, but if we end up in some sticky situations, I would prefer that we keep one key open. And
Yeah,
now
for sure.
need to go back at least once every 24 hours.
Because where do we have them all? We had Craighammer, the guild, hall, the room. We have 4 or 5?
Those are 3.
We have 4 keys?
We've got 4 total. Yeah.
We got 4, and well, Curious has 1.
Mm-hmm. So, are we saying we need to disengage one?
I don't think we do right now.
Okay. I think once we get off the train, we can disengage. Obviously, that.
Which one?
Yeah.
The
train,
the
yeah.
one we're about to hit on the train.
If we were to disengage one, what would be the one we disengage?
Probably Craighammer.
Probably the one in our it's either the Craighammer one or the Guildhall one, because it'd be the easiest to get back to.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless we need to go back to Craighammer for some reason in the future.
backdooring in the Craighammer is dope. The Guildhall, we could go through the room where it happens to get to the Guildhall, but that shit would be weird as shit. Especially if somebody standing outside the storeroom, they're like, how the fuck y'all get in here?
But we have the key for it right now. So actually, that might be the one. If we have to disengage something right now, would be that one.
Nobody really goes in there anyway. We just have to kind of sneak out. Or to the storage area. That shouldn't be too hard.
I thought I was on mute that whole time. Sorry, y'all.
What you say?
Did you want to add anything?
No, never mind. Go ahead. We're good.
The moment has passed.
He over here like,
All right.
What did you say, Bob?
No, I was brushing my teeth and I was like, oh, they're hearing all of the sounds right now.
Oh, gotcha. So
7th day, right?
yes, this is 7 day. It'll cost 55 gold for
we are
private room and travel.
Yep.
55? Oh.
Mhm.
So I wasn't that crazy off. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
I'll subtract that from the party fund.
Awesome.
Jerry's rich.
You guys have a lot of money as a group.
You guys kind of rich.
You guys
But
kind of
Jerry
rich.
ain't rich.
So you guys pack your bags, make your way out of the home between worlds, back into Escalation. And it's no longer going up the elevator anymore because Escalation is now at the top of the wall. There are a lot of there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot more traffic at the top of the wall at the way stations here than there usually is. But at the moment, there's a lot of people like getting off the train from Craighammer thinking like, oh, I'll go somewhere peaceful for the mile, and then finding Escalation in disarray. A lot of people who are like, oh, I'll go to my Craighammer home when Escalation is messy, and then finding out, just via gossip that their home's underwater right now. So there's a lot of drinking going on up here at the various pubs.
That's great.
If for some reason anyone asks us why we're going to Quell, maybe we should just say, well, we've heard about these 2 cities. We just want to see how things are going on the next one on this rail line.
Nope. What's Quell known for?
Well, Quell is best known for So it's a wall city, so definitely diving the walls in general. That's always a given in the wall cities. Their specialty would be fighting. They are best known for their ability to be in between Faust and Julivesto successfully. And this kind of goes with your history checks, which didn't point out a lot. They are best known for really, really loving the position they're in. But as far as like resource and why someone would go there, it would be either hitting up the wall cities, trying to get close to Julivesto or Faust without having to go through their official channels of transportation. And if you wanted to recruit any unique talents.
Okay. Do they have
Would it be
fighting pits?
Yeah.
Yes, they would.
Okay.
I guess how's like the political climate, I guess you could say? Like would it be more neutral if we went in as a guild? Like
they do have guilds. It wouldn't be uncommon for a new guild to try to gain entry and resonance at any wall city, especially Quell. They are they're as long as you're like very passionate about what you're trying to do, that usually goes along well. They don't like middle of the road type people that are just kind of wishy-washy.
We also need to get into Faust to pick somebody. I mean, we don't need to get into Faust to pick somebody for Faust, but that could also be a cover.
Well, and I will say, as you guys travel to the little way station, there's a lot of people leaving and going different places. There's not a lot of people asking why anyone's leaving. As long as you have the gold to pay for your exit, that seems to be enough.
Okay.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Quell.
So you all pay your fee. There's a quick train that transfers you out to the larger one, to the wall ship. But you are able to secure a private cabin on the wall ship, calling the train on accident. It is designed very similar to the previous one you were on. And without too much delay, once it's nice and packed, the wall ship sets sail for your 11-day journey to Quell. So we'll do a couple of things here. First, if anyone wants to give me an investigation check to see if you can find out any more information about Quell from the other people traveling there, you may.
I'll do that. And I'm rolling my thing.
Just remember, I'm offering them Philly packs for more information, so that should be with advantage.
Yeah, with advantage. I'm fine with that.
For just him or for all of us?
Everyone but him, because he'll be the one assisting multiple people.
Okay.
So anyone who wants to roll history can do it with
insight.
advantage. Investigation. I'm sorry.
All right.
And you said anybody but me can do it?
27.
Can do it with advantage because you're helping them with all their checks because you're walking
That
with
works,
giving
that works.
out Philly packs.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everyone else can take a seat. Homeboy got 27.
Right.
So Jared did pretty good too with his 18. So you guys spread through the ship, mingling kind of conversations over the course of the first day. And as you guys reconvene back in your suite, as it were, you've pulled down very, very odd information, but you've checked it multiple times across very different people. Quell is best known for their love of things. Everyone who lives in Quell loves something. And the Quell is sectioned off in these passions. And it's not so much like, it's not, the red light district. It's not Vegas. It's not that kind of situation. It is love of war, love of politics, love of cleric work, love of cooking, love of heights, love of being overly personal. Like, it is just sectioned off in all these crazy passions. There seems to be an also conflicting thing of people not being very open about what their loves are, but you can pretty much kind of figure it out based on where they're hanging out and what they're doing.
Okay.
As at large, they all actively love fucking with those two more powerful nations.
Okay.
But
Nice.
you get the impression that from just talking to everyone, anyone who wants to stay here long term needs to either verbally or just amongst your own thoughts declare a love of something.
Pretty passionate place, huh?
Extremely passionate place.
Interesting.
And there's a lot. Well, it's for lovers. There are a lot
It's
of
like Virginia.
You got a lot of conflicting information that suggests the long-term residents of Quell are a little stronger than they should be, a little faster, live a little longer than they should. They seem to just be more than mortal for the long-term residents of Quell.
More than mortal.
And with the 27, you ran into one person who swears up and down there is a cult that resides in Quell that absolutely hates everyone's hyper passion about things. This cult has two names. The more common name, the one that people say jokingly, are the Love Haters.
The love haters?
The Love Haters.
Love haters. Love haters. The haters of love.
The true name, and the one that's whispered and almost never said aloud, are the Atheists of Love.
Oh, shoot.
I thought you were going to say Stankonia.
Damn, Brian.
Was that what? Yeah, the AOL, as it were.
AOL. You got
but
mail.
That is a name only whispered. It is a cult that no one can prove exists, but according to this gentleman, everyone knows they're real, and no one wants to say the name out loud, the true name out loud, for fear it will attract the cult's attention to yourself. But that is what information you pull down on the ship.
Jerry, there's an entire areas for people who love fighting.
Yeah.
Going to like this place.
Sounds like I'm going to love it.
I think we should start a guild hall here too.
I love the idea. Look, we're fitting in already.
We can recruit some underlings, and you can beat them up. I mean, train them.
Mercilessly.
We may have our own passions, but what do you guys love?
Murder, stealing.
I love to steal. I think we all love to steal, right?
I've grown to love fighting with Jerry, but honest.
Fighting leads to death.
The magical items have always been my life's work, really. Storing them, categorizing them, cataloging them. Feeling them came later, but what brought me here? If I were to love one thing, say it's magical items.
What do we love, though?
The game.
I know
Each
we
other,
all
of
have our own
course.
passions.
We love the game. We love it all.
I love
the
you.
hustle.
Philly, shut the fuck up.
Oh, why? That's not nice.
He's over here declaring his love for me. We can make love later, Philly.
What?
Well,
Whoa.
in our brief time together, I would say the majority of our focus, anyway, has been spent on history and the truth.
I do not love the truth. I do not care about that. I do love to steal, as you already said.
I'll rephrase that. Not the truth standing alone, but the truth in history.
Mm-hmm.
I love revenge.
I know you all think that I have a problem, maybe, because of how often I am smoking my Philly pack, but it's more about the process of developing it, nurturing it, taking care of it, speaking to them, the plants, I mean.
That's the Philly I love. That's what I'm talking about. Don't tell me you love me. Tell me about how you love your drugs. Fucking average.
I give you so much free drugs, that can only be love.
Try to drug us for girls like
Drugs
that.
are plants, so technically you weren't lying when you said you love plants.
Yeah. This is the Philly. This is the passion of Philly.
Waking up and smelling them in the morning, the aroma.
Oh
Bye. We've all come to
God.
enjoy his Philly packs.
You like a pervert with the plants and shit.
I named this Natalie.
Oh boy.
It was Lisa.
No.
It was Keisha.
No. Ah!
Oh
Lisa.
boy.
Linda. Rhonda.
Oh my.
Fino is just making a stink face, shaking his head like this is disgusting, but also appreciating it.
There were about 3 Kims.
He's just
Oh,
like,
Rhonda.
disgusting.
Fucking love this. This is great.
Dude,
Cassar
Yes.
is just sitting there looking at them all like, okay.
Don't give me that face cut. Remember Kim? First Kim.
Oh boy.
Catcher, what do you love?
The history of my people.
Yes, you're one-minded.
Cassar just looks at him.
Vito, roll perception for me. Something pinged your way too high past the perception.
Okay.
Oh man.
No.
You in danger, girl.
I'm gonna roll my D6.
Okay.
No, it's only 15.
Oh come
Okay.
on, bro.
Whatever it was, you're not quite sure what it was. It didn't feel like danger. There's no danger here. Just something crossed your peripheral vision, and you look, and you're not quite sure what it was.
Something is. I said, did you see that? Something is afoot.
Again, it did not feel dangerous. It's just something.
No,
pinged.
he's not saying something. He's not saying that. Something is afoot. Something is happening sneakily around us, and someone is hiding it.
If he draws our attention to it, can the rest of us
Can I investigate?
investigate or
Um,
something?
No, this was unfortunately a one-off. It was something
One-off,
out the
okay.
window that caught your eye. It wasn't on the.
I dive. I dive off the ship.
As you like turn and look out the window, maybe something flew by. Maybe you something you saw in the landscape. You're not quite sure. But for the moment,
This game's going to
that may come back around. But for the moment, that's gone.
Yep, it's going. That's all right.
No. Oh,
Okay. Anything else for the Ugai tonight before we start jumping with quickness?
Jump with quickness. Let's go.
Okay.
Well,
As we progress to the 8th day, or to.
All right, I lost
Memorial
track.
8th
Is
or
this
8th
my
day.
last day of the Broken Tail? Or is it over now? I
We
think
will
this
say
is
it's-
my last day.
We'll say this is your last day, and then it'll be gone on the 9th day.
Okay.
Eighth day comes and goes without any issue. Travel's nice. There are a lot of people who are a little, a lot of anxiety. A lot of people are very glad to get out of escalation because that place seems like it's going to go crazy in a moment. There's some people who came from Craghammer, like shit, and got on another ship just to keep going to try to find somewhere calmer. And there's a lot of like small, funny conversations like about what you guys just had. People trying to figure out what they actually love since they're heading to Quell.
Wait, guests have to announce it too?
No one's. It doesn't feel like anyone has to announce it, but words getting around from general conversation that Quell is the place of passion, and people trying to figure out, where are you gonna go when you get there? Well, I kind of like this and da da da. But the day passes without issue. We'll move on to Memorial 9th. This is our Bastion Day. So it will be there's 5 of you. So we can do this 2 different ways. It is a D100 roll to see what happens in the Bastion. What we can do is have everybody roll a D20. And that will give us whatever our D100 roll would have been.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I like it.
Good.
Everyone roll a D20 for me.
Well, the deal with that is, though, I will say,
Uh-huh.
we can't roll a 1. Is it like 1 to 5? Or is it because we cannot roll a 1? It's not possible if we roll a D20.
No. So it's large. It's large scale. It's a D100 table, and it's pretty well spaced out.
Okay.
So
I rolled
anything
a
you're
2.
capable of rolling.
There's not
against
100
it.
options.
Correct. There's not 100
7.
options.
I roll a 6.
Jeez,
Oh, we're good.
Grand total of 8 so far.
I rolled a 3.
I have a 7. You rolled a 3?
15. So we got 18?
So what we had 2, 2, 6, 7, 3. Is that what we had here?
And Philly.
Yeah,
I thought he said a 3.
I thought it was
I rolled a 3.
Oh,
Yeah. So we need
Oh,
Manny.
so it's 2, 2, 3, 7. And what'd you get, Manny?
6.
6.
he got a 6.
6?
So I got a 6 too.
So we all got subhead. That's
Oh,
insane.
I was counting your first 2. That was something a different roll. Okay.
24. So we got 24 altogether?
24.
That's insane, yeah.
Wow.
Guys.
And that dice is going away.
Okay, so I found my space again. Here.
Right. Just shuffling through die.
Oh,
Give me 1 second to
Buy a
get back
dice jet.
to where I was.
24, right? This is it.
I think so.
Yeah, 24 for the first of our first ever Bastion roll. With a 24, all is well.
The way they're scoring in this one, I don't think they can do anything. It's also
Anyone who
right,
likes
yeah.
someone roll a d8. Yeah, all is well is great. That's the most neutral thing you can do. Someone roll a d8 for me.
I'm not doing that.
I'll do it.
got you. Go ahead, Tina.
3.
Seriously.
What?
I mean, that might not be bad.
3.
So,
So
10, I guess.
no, three is fine. There are no infestations to report. So no other native wildlife has gotten into any of the important stuff in your home. Yeah, all is legitimately well. The first week of owning a Bastion went great.
You're welcome.
Fortunately, with this new teleportation circle routine, if anything does go awry, I should spot it.
Yeah, and generally you are aware of how the Bastion things go for the most part. If you have ability to get there, which you guys do because of your keys.
Anything's possible.
This is the day for Rokurish's update. Someone roll a D20 for me to see how he went looking for this mimic door. The initial roll for it wasn't high, so this is a long shot to get this done anytime soon.
Who's feeling lucky?
The TK Bass. We set this game. May well come down to those two backup players. Punch the Delta team this year.
Is that you, Greg, that's listening to the game really loud?
We'll get that play started.
My bad.
What do we
roll.
get for the... Okay.
Oh, 18.
Oh, okay. So in his update, he has tracked down a mimic hunter. The hunter is very certain he can find one that is a door. Relcuris drew the exact door he kind of wants to replicate. And the hunter is set out to try to capture this door mimic. Relcuris is pretty confident that he get this pulled down within maybe a week, maybe a little longer.
Okay.
Did he say how much?
In the meantime, he's gonna put
No cost.
a few
He's
guys
covered
there.
that. That was point 2. So how many guys were you guys actually looking to put in the room? And they were going in the
That's very
actual room where it
confident.
happens, correct?
We were gonna walk him through it, I think.
Well, you're walking
We'll
them
have
through
him
the
stay in the
home between worlds and having them stay in the room where it happens, I think, or stay in the storeroom.
Thought we were staying in the storeroom, but could be wrong.
No, we're gonna put up a curtain in the like entrance platform so they couldn't
Uh-huh.
see into it, and then they were gonna like cycle from Rokiris's door straight through to the room between. I mean, room where it happens.
But are they staying in the room where it happens, or are they staying in the storage room?
No, the room where it happens. I thought. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, storage room. Oh boy.
That was the crux of the
Thought
long
before we
conversation
decided-
of where to put them.
Let him stay at the room where it happened, I guess.
I think because I remember him saying like we would do the mimic, and if they got through that somehow, oh well, because they were getting shot in the face as soon as he opened the door.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, he has 5 trusted people. He described to Bob and the Skeletons what kind of curtain he wants to put up. So they're gonna start making that. And once that's done, he'll feel more comfortable bringing them through. These are people that, at the moment, report directly to him. If you all want to be introduced to him, he can arrange that to them. They do know of the Ugai and know if someone presents themselves as the Ugai to take their orders. But for the moment, these are Relcuris' people.
Okay.
We can introduce ourselves so they know these are the only people you should take orders from. Fuck if somebody else comes up.
Okay, so he will, with the knowledge that Slyrak will be popping in and out almost every day, he'll leave word with Bob before he brings them in. That way you guys can coordinate you guys on meeting the 5 guards first.
Okay.
Okay. Let me roll and see how he's done covertly trying to find out from any of his elders about this inscriptions. He's still feeling his way out through the elders. So far he hasn't pulled down any information, but he also hasn't raised anyone's suspicion. So he's being careful about it, so it's taking a little longer than normally would.
Okay.
Anything else you want him to start looking for? Okay. He will go on his way. He checks in to here every
Do we
once in
want
a
it?
while. Right.
Sorry, I was gonna say, we should probably give him the information about that we got from Bob about Blue. War of the Third Moon. Because he might be able to. Because I think we had asked him to covertly look at for something else, so we could give him that specific information. Since that was a giant war.
Go ahead and help his search, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
cool with that.
Well, let me see if he knows that conflict.
Taste that.
He says, "War of the Third Moon. I have heard of that actually. One of the stories I've heard growing up in school. More of a cautionary tale than anything else. If I'm not mistaken, the dragons put the hole in the moon. I don't remember why. I wasn't really not a big fan of ancient wars, but I'll see if I can track down one of the teachers and see if they're still talking about this stuff." So he'll put that on his research list. Okay. He will make his way back to his part of town, or part of the world, I should say. We have 9 days of travel left. Does anyone want to do anything in between that, or are we jumping 9 days?
Please jump.
Okay.
I'm so
You
proud
don't
of
have
it.
anything I needed to do. Just a minor note. I did want to have one of the, I guess whoever is on duty in the guild hall at the time, send a letter out to Thomas. I want to set up a meeting for us to talk about the future of the storefront.
Okay.
It'll take a few days to get to him and back. So put that in motion.
We eventually got to check on our apprentice in Craghammer too. All right.
I also, since we're going to do this, I want to basically be keeping tabs on like people who seem like they have shit, and when we like our last day, as like when we're about to get off, like before we get off, I want to steal somebody's shit.
I'd like to assist in that.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
so investigation with advantage to see anyone who has something of value.
You said shit.
I already said.
Check out their shit. You know what I mean? Skills. We'll hide the first time. Okay. We'll hide the second time. All right, now I want to roll my thing. All right, 20.
Okay. There is a
I mean, I want to do this over days. Like I'm just scouting the whole time, scouting.
yeah. There is a I believe they're called Loxodons. Hold on. Double check.
You talking about that
Oh, the
place
elephant
with
people?
An elephant person, yes.
Okay, well, Loxodon, that store with
Loxodon?
candles and shit. Yeah.
An elephant guy, very jovial. He's been spending a lot of money at the bar. He has a very ornate coin purse that he usually just keeps on his trunk, and he'll bring it down to his pocket sometimes, right down to the back of his belt loop. And what you've noticed is it seems like he's pulled out more money than makes sense that could have been in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes to drink very, very heavily. So he's gotten drunk many times on this voyage so far. And on the last day, he kind of announced the last night that he is going to go straight to the taverns because he is going to love drinking while he's here.
I'm gonna drink too.
So go ahead and roll sleight of hand with advantage if you want to swipe this on the last day.
Yep, and I'm gonna use my skill, of course. All right, here we go. That's not good.
Jeez.
That's better. And I'm gonna roll my skill. All right, 30. That wasn't a good roll.
30, not a good roll.
I'm just saying on the die.
I hear you. Plus 18.
18.
I keep forgetting that. Anyways, you successfully, without any issue, snatched this ornate coin purse. To the point that over the course of planning this and doing this, you've talked to some other people to cover some of his drinks, and he has a tab going, and he just stopped using the coin purse. He stopped needing to. So he is completely oblivious to it at this point. He wakes up, drinks that morning, so he's already drunk, heading off the ship when you arrive. And he completely leaves, unknowing that his ornate coin purse has been removed. And you
Gonna make me feel bad about it. Like a picture of his dead grandfather in there. It's gonna be the only thing in it too. No money.
But you all arrive at. Oh, if you want to check it out and open it up, roll a quick investigation for me.
I'm not gonna do it on the ship, but I'm gonna do it when we arrive, where we're going. So, 19, and I roll my thingy too. I'm gonna roll my thingy too, because I got it.
Okay, roll your thing.
All right. 22.
Inside the ornate coin purse, you find one piece of gold and one engraved little medallion, and that's it.
Oh Lord!
You have seen him pull a lot of gold out of this thing across the 11 days you were traveling.
Okay. What is on this medallion? Like,
it just seems to have some kind of magic rune engraved into it.
Shit. Fuck that.
It has what on it?
Pirate, like
a magic rune attached, etched into it. This seems to be some kind of enchanted item.
Can you take a look at this? Do you understand what this is?
First, I'm gonna was it detect traps?
I mean, he's already touched all over this thing. If they were enchanted, it already happened.
Do an Arcana check on it?
Yeah, definitely give me a Arcana check.
Does anyone have identify? I'll take that as a nope.
I don't believe anyone has
14.
identify.
No. Yeah, 14.
I'll do Arcana too.
Okay.
Mm.
Do with advantage slide because you can read everything, even though you can't read this magical rune. It does kind of help with that.
That makes it a 20.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a 19, so there we go.
Okay. So as you look at this and you guys kind of put your heads together, this is some kind of transmutation amulet. Based on everything you've seen and all the circumstances, what you're realizing is this allowed for the Loxodon to make a dupe coin So you could take the real gold coin, rub it against this thing, and produce duplicate knockoff coins that would temporarily
wow.
be gold.
Oh wow.
You deserve to get robbed for it.
You just going through the workings of how this must operate. Most likely, he had rocks or some other material in here and would rub them against the medallion with the gold coin pressed to the other side of it, and it would make a duplicate of that gold coin.
Oh wow.
But based on what you're pulling down from this, the counterfeit gold will probably only last maybe a week and a half.
That's plenty long enough.
All right, he'll be long gone by then.
He will be long gone.
I want to test it out with something different besides gold to
Okay.
see if it makes a duplicate of any item.
I had the exact same idea, and I hand out a dagger and a torch. They seem to be about the same size and weight.
Holy shit.
So I try it out.
In what order? What's on the back and what's on the front? The back is what the coin went on the back of the medallion, and the object turning into a coin went on the front.
I'm going to turn the torch. I'm going to turn the dagger into a torch.
Okay, so you turn the dagger into a torch.
I try.
Okay, so the torch is on the back, medallion, then dagger. There's a moment's pause before the dagger changes shape into a metal sconce for a torch.
Huh.
The whatever flammable material that is on the torch does not, the dagger can't turn into that, but it can
Gotcha.
copy everything else.
Okay. Very interesting.
I was kind of thinking more that you, Fino, now have an infinite source of things to throw at enemies.
Yes.
Literally throw anything at them.
Right. I was also thinking that were we inside of another room, like we had to when we had to go in as butlers, we can sneak shit in now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm about to hop off of here, guys. I'll catch you guys next week.
All right.
Okay.
We are carrying now, instead of daggers, we are carrying torches. Right. So, things like that.
Yes.
Very interesting. I like this squid. It is nice. I hope this is not causing
Yeah.
problems in the city.
I'm sure it will.
But maybe we have saved his life.
Or
Okay.
Does
As
the
you all,
coin purse just seem like a just nice coin purse?
very nice coin purse. It seems he's just keeping this in there to kind of account for pulling so much money out of something that looks like it should hold a lot of money.
Got you. So I'm going to rub it down, make sure I don't leave any prints or anything on it, and I'm going to pretty much like leave it like at his room or whatever on the ship.
Oh, you're gonna ditch the
before
coin
we leave.
purse? Okay.
Yeah.
Coin purse is ditched. Okay. As the train pulls up and the ship pulls up and you all depart, as looking over the wall before the elevator arrives, you see the walled city of Quell. It is heavily fortified. They have cleared out all the forest back to 300 feet.
Wow.
Oh wow. I look at my cousin.
Say nobody sneak in this bitch.
Right. And, oh,
You get the
Huey
impression that
Clutch in the chair.
since they are often having issues with your Levesto, they want clear line of sights to any caster from any range they could possibly hit. There are giant ballista in the middle of town, 3 giant ones that can reach any direction. There are a number of smaller ballista set up at the main gate. The elevator down from the main or from the wall does not lead into the city; it leads outside the city, and you must travel to the main gate. There's only one way in, one way out.
Oh wow. That's intense.
And there's only one paved road that leads to the main gates. That's straight ahead. And it leads to the only break in the forest, which is only straight ahead.
Wow.
Can you mute, Greg?
My bad. I thought I was muted.
You're good. This place seems to be built entirely for war. But as you arrive and get off the train, you hear sounds of music, sounds of laughter, sounds of fighting, sounds of drinking. It is overly jovial, overly active. It is very much like landing in Vegas, getting off the bus to AC, New Orleans, something like big city, lots of fun vibe immediately as soon as you get off. You are greeted by a very happy, energetic looking half elf. She has a bunch of little buttons and stuff on her uniform. She runs up immediately to you all and says, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it's you guys!"
It is pronounced Ugai.
I don't know what that means. I love greeting people. Hello. Welcome to Quell. Have you been here before?
No, we have not.
Your first time? That's so exciting. Let me be the first to say, Quell is awesome. You should never leave. It's the best place ever. I literally love it.
I can tell.
Amazing.
It's your passion.
It is my passion. Is that coming across? Do you guys feel welcomed?
Absolutely.
Yes.
She smiles and nods.
It is a very unique welcome. Sure.
Good. And she just turns. Hey, you! Welcome! And just runs off to do it again.
Oh,
I
that's
love
no instruction, nothing. Oh, okay.
She loves to welcome
To the
people.
gate
She
we
didn't say she
go.
loves welcome.
Loves to welcome people. You guys wait your turn and go down the elevator. On the way down, there's a plain-looking gentleman. He's kind of just sitting in a chair, operating the elevator. He looks at you all and says, "Oh, hey, welcome to Quell. I pulled the switch." It's neat, right?
Oh, I say in our head,
Switch for the
are we
elevator.
going to have to do this with every single person? Oh, no.
Do you love
Let's
pulling the
get
switch?
back on the train.
No. I don't love pulling the switch. I love these little conversations while the elevator's going. You know what's great about it? I get to meet people, but I don't have to remember a single thing you said. I don't even know your name. I don't even remember your face. But right now, right here, it's just us. We're just friends for another 15 seconds.
Oh my god.
You
I love
happen
this.
to remember the most highly talked about places to stay. Inns, taverns.
Oh, no, there's a lot of great places to stay, a lot of good recommendations. Honestly, I could probably tell you where to avoid and where not to go. You guys look like good people, so between you and me, you should definitely... Ding! Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Wait,
knew
wait.
that shit was going to happen. And that is so fucking annoying.
Goodbye.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll
Get
say in
off.
our heads. Jerry is going to kill someone in this town.
I might join him. This is a nightmare.
This is perfect.
This is an actual nightmare.
This is how it should be.
You're
As you
being
all
punished.
As you all get off and another group gets on, you see him light up. Hey, you going up? Ding, and they close and up it goes.
This is how.
We're being punished. That's what this is.
Let's find this door and get the hell out of here.
You all make the walk to the main gates. It's pretty well traveled, so the ground's a little worn there. There's no real road to get across to the main gate. You get the impression that it's designed so that if for some reason forces were able to take that elevator, all their equipment would get just muddied trying to get to the gate and slowed. And it'll be a tactical nonsense tactically to try to even walk that way with large people or weapons or siege equipment. Right now there's some dirt put down, the ground's not wet or anything like that, so you're able to move through without issue. As you get to the front gate, the portcullis is closed. There is a large dragonborn at the gate. He kind of glowers at you all. Do you live here?
No.
No, we do not.
Are you visiting here?
We are.
Yes.
Business, pleasure, or passion?
Pleasure?
Acceptable. He'll slowly start lifting the portcullis himself, just kind of gets it here and pushes it up, and then clicks. He kind of stretches some and says, "Go on in. Portcullis is up. Enjoy your stay in Quell."
Thank you.
Just go on through.
As you step through he jumps up, grabs the portcullis again. There's a few pull-ups on it, then uses his body weight to pull it down. It's like, fuck yeah, I love working out.
Yep.
You get the impression he's not a guard. He just likes being at the portcullis, and you happen to walk up while he was working out.
What?
Because as you walk past him, you see a guard dressed like a guard, carrying themselves like a guard.
He's not even a guard.
He walks up, looks past you, and says, "I'm really sorry about that." Has a whole CrossFit thing with the portcullis. He's not bothering anyone, so we let him do it.
Oh my.
My name's Jack. I'm one of the captains of the city guard. Welcome to Quell officially. I'm sure he asked you questions that you shouldn't have to answer. There's only one real question. Are you an agent of Gilavesto?
No.
Are you an agent of Faust?
No.
Okay. Why'd you answer late? Looks at Slyrak. They answered at the exact same time, and you hesitated.
I look at
Narrows his eyes.
You've had a lot more worldly experience than myself. I have to still think of which country is which.
He
Forgive
walks
him.
up closer to you, and he gets completely too close to your person. Kind of leans in, and then he makes a point to kind of step to the side of your face and get close, staring at you. Roll.
Just gotta slowly turn my head to look at him like, you all right?
When you turn, he kind of moves a bit so he can stay on the side of your face.
What is happening here?
Roll persuasion for me.
Can we help in some way?
No, you can't.
18.
He was delighted by this.
You said
He's
18?
just amused.
Yeah.
He nods and says, "Glad you're getting to see the world more. Enjoy Quell. There's people from all over the place. But again, I'm a captain of the guard. If you see me and I'm talking to you again, you're in trouble.
Oh boy.
And let me tell you, I fucking love getting people in trouble."
Okay.
Oh,
Ah,
can't be friends then, I guess.
Then he kind of
Good.
Then he laughs and says, I'm kidding. I know some people are way too forward about their passions. Just a heads up, if anyone's telling you their passion, it's probably not the real one. It may be close to the mark, but don't just tell people your thing, you know? But I am a city guard, and I'm keeping an eye on you. Don't break anything, don't destroy anything. Don't get in any fights that don't make sense. There's a fighting district, there's a breaking things district. If you gotta do that kind of stuff, go to those places, please. If you have any questions, go ahead.
Is there an inn in a relaxing district?
What would a relaxing district be?
I don't know. What
It
is a
feels
breaking
It feels
district?
very subjective.
Never mind.
They're an area where people love peace and quiet.
There it is.
Peace and quiet. Well,
Although,
here's the problem with that, and you know, I just want to see that's a better word. Peace and quiet, that's impossible to obtain. Serenity, yes, we have a few monasteries here that just specialize in that. If you want to visit, you can of course sign up. There's a wait list, as Serenity is hard to come by. Now, if you do really want to lock down Serenity as your passion while you're here in Quell, I would suggest signing up for the 8-week course taught by the monks. A better you, a quieter you. Why Peace and Quiet's a Myth. That's the entire title.
oh my gosh.
But
How
if
about-
you
In with the least amount of people that talk to you.
okay, so you want the
Mind your
inn.
business.
Yeah, like
What is that?
taps his nose the inn.
No. The reputable one. That I don't
No.
like that. No?
He is saying the inn because they won't talk. So
Yeah,
the symbol.
where people
Inn, the-
do shady
Place to be
shit.
left alone.
This shady shit in. That's where we're gonna go?
Honestly,
Oh.
I love asking Captain of the Guard where to go to be shady. I just love the forwardness of that. I do. You're gonna go straight down this street, make your first right, make your second left, go past the guy who loves hugging trees. You cannot miss him. And you're
Good.
going to go down to the guy who loves talking about sandwiches. He can guide you to the inn where people don't talk a lot.
Is this crazy? Sandwiches.
I feel like he's fucking with us.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Roll
That's good.
insight.
Okay.
Yeah. I also want to roll insight. Natural one.
Alright.
That's all right. I got 26.
26. This Captain of the Guard is barely holding a laugh at. Doing a good job of it, but he is completely enjoying someone who hasn't been here before experiencing the city. Those directions will probably be the longest way possible to get there and have you interact with the strangest people in this city.
Oh, I get it. You're not loved getting people in trouble. You love fucking with people.
He'll go, I will not confirm that, sir. But I will tell you, the tavern you're looking for is the Quiet Nook.
Thank you.
See? He says. I say in our head.
Jason.
You see, he says, not too on the nose. It's close to it. Getting people in trouble. Fucking with people. That's what his love is.
Good catch.
Asshole.
And
In our heads,
With-
Yeah.
I'm
Go
going
ahead.
to love leaving this place.
Me too.
Good deal.
My passion.
as you all are walking away, Thino with your nonsense high passive perception. This gentleman, I don't believe I described him at all, really. He is a human gentleman, decent build. little older. He has a few grays in his hair. As you all are walking away and he has successfully fucked with you, some of those grays turn back to black.
So did you catch that?
Catch what?
His hair. It's not really gray. Much of it is actually black. He's much younger than he pretends to be.
Weirdo. But actually, all this being said, they probably have extensive stores of knowledge for those who are passionate about learning. So maybe we could find a library while we're here.
Are you passionate about
Indeed.
learning?
History.
In a way.
He's covered this already.
Hmm?
8 days ago.
We covered something 8 days ago.
You cut
Your
out.
passion. You told us.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was clear
but-
her passion is
You
history.
told us all that your passion is history.
Oh.
He was asking you. Yeah,
Well,
Well, the
covered
history
it
of our
a
people.
few days ago.
The history of our people. To us,
Oh boy.
not
Uh,
necessarily learning.
yeah. But I mean, for our purposes as a group, although I could probably have a side quest there too.
As you all make your way to the quiet nook, you all find it without too much issue. It is about a 20-minute walk. You can pretty quickly get rooms. Even the hostess doesn't like talking very much. They write things down and show you, and you can write down to respond.
Okay. Everything is to the screen.
Love it.
Anyone who's sitting down in the gathering space in this tavern or this inn is doing the same. They are writing things down to communicate. They are simply, even when they laugh, it's very low and contained. They kind of, hand signals to order drinks. Those are put down carefully on very cushy coasters so it's not make noise.
Oh boy.
But it is
I will
very,
put them on.
very calm. You all make your way up to your rooms. She does write that, of course, you can be loud in your rooms. They are soundproof.
Nice.
But you are, I assume you guys get a suite, or you guys getting a separate room situation.
No, I think it's sweet.
Okay, we'll figure out the cost of that next week, but you guys get your suite. And as the sun is getting a little low in the sky, and you look out your windows, you can see the entertainment district from your room. And there's a big sign currently being illuminated letter by letter with prestidigitation and major image that just says "The Love Below." Very big
No.
over a very large building. That seems to be in the middle of the entertainment district, and that
These
is where
people
we'll
are a bunch
end
of
for tonight.
These people are a bunch of outcasts. Oh, good one. Question.
Yes,
Is the city? So I see the wall and stuff, but is the majority of the city is inside the wall, correct?
inside their walls or the giant wall?
The giant wall.
No, so this isn't to scale. This is just I like make
Oh,
small
okay.
versions of the larger city.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we do actually have windows to outside.
Correct. Like so, the gate. I can't make a small gate, so the gate is what it looks like. But the this is a massively large city. It's
Okay.
just cut up into two kind of main areas, and then there's
okay.
some risen parts of the city for the people who fucking love heights.
Which are we? We're in the inner wall, right?
Correct. You are in here in a little tavern district.
Oh, see, that's not what I meant. Okay.
Oh, what did you mean? You meant
The outer.
I mean, are we in the inner world? Like, are we in the? Yeah, that's what I meant.
oh no,
But thank you for this. No.
you're here. You're here. As constructed, there's no gate to get to the inner. It's just way on the other side. So that shouldn't be there. This place is designed that even if you breach the front gate, you have to be funneled into the next area. The whole thing's designed for war.
Cool.
And to win it. But yeah,
Nice. Awesome.
welcome to Quell.
I hate it. Thanks.
Someone's gonna love that.
Oh, maybe you can join the Love Haters.
Yes.
Uh,
I think I'd be
we
in
got
the
some-
recruit.
Some new fighting pits that don't hate us.
Oh God.
Are you suggesting we make them hate us?
Ooh.
Uh,
We could get out
we
some
should use them a few
tension.
times first.
Yeah.
We could take a quick little rendezvous. I know Jerry is itching to fight. I wouldn't mind a quick scuffle.
A quick scuffle. I think this would be a fun location. Shout out to you guys for
fuck.
actually jumping time.
You said you what?
I said shout out to you guys for actually jumping time. You guys
I'm
never
proud of
do
level
that.
up. 'Cause
I'm proud of
jumping
this.
time.
I'm
Level
very
up for
proud of you
jumping
guys.
time.
No, unfortunately. I would love to reward it with substantial rewards, but I just can't do it.
Nah, this is fun. I like this city. As much as they hate it, Fito's just like, oh, I'm going to enjoy these people who love shit. This is
Alright.
nonsense.
Barely understands people as it is.
Oh,
This is like
yeah.
his nightmare.
Yeah.
Remember that movie Dinner for Schmucks? This is how Fito looks at everybody here.
Oh.
He's like, look at all these schmucks. Pretty much, it was actually pretty terrible what these people did, but it was like at this like company or whatever, and they invited these people who they pretty much looked at as outcasts and weirdos all to dinner. And made them think it was like a nice like dinner and everything, but they just invited them to laugh at them.
Oh, I hate that.
It's a pretty
It's-
fucked up concept.
Yeah, it was a fucked up. Yeah, it was fucked up. Like they made sure, but that's how Fito's looking at these people like.
But it's
look at
Zach
all these
Galifianakis
fucking weirdos.
and
This is
Steve Carell.
wonderful.
Or
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Fito's looking like, look at all these weirdos. This is wonderful.
Mm-mm.
It's like, oh, the guy that loves to have trees and talk about sandwiches. What do you guys not love?
It's gonna be so annoying every time we have to talk to someone.
Well, everyone doesn't love being obnoxious about their love.
Mm.
I'm sure there's, and
but
also
no one's
everyone's
being
not a
upfront.
full-time resident. True, no one's being upfront. Well, no one's being honestly upfront, I guess is the actual thing to say there. So-
What?
So far, 2 people have told you what they love, but a god just told you anyone that does that isn't being honest. So
I feel like the guy loves to forget people because what?
oh, on the
Yeah.
elevator, the lift.
Right? How do you not
Or
know
just being
anything?
rude.
Love
I think-
talking to people.
I think he likes just cutting off conversations like rudely.
That might be it because he roped you guys in, and then, oops, sorry.
Being a jackass.
I'm very excited about this place.
Who hurt you? Like, why do you like this?
Right?
Nobody, but I'm gonna hurt you.